I just want to give a little disclaimer. This is my own opinion. You know, you may not agree with it. And that's totally fine. This is just me putting out what I think. I don't really know. I also don't have any of this video planned. I was going to plan it, and then Thanksgiving happened and Black Friday and homework that I haven't done in a week. So none of this is planned. So I don't really know how it's gonna go. So yeah, let's jump into the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? So you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be jumping into the drama, I guess, surrounding the BTS and One Direction fandom wars that have been going on for a while now, but they've recently heightened because of the popularity that BTS is currently receiving and the fact that One Direction is on hiatus, so they're not even together right now. I don't even know how I want to start this, so I'm just gonna it's just gonna be like just whatever the heck is on my mind. First off, I'm just gonna state my opinion. This is like my thesis, okay? I just want to state off, I think the drama surrounding it is stupid. But yeah, it's stupid, okay? And here is why the fandom's fighting over which band is better and how dare you insult my band because you got them confused, blah, blah, blah. Let me just explain to you why I think it's like absolutely ridiculous. Point number one. Yes, they are both boy bands, and yes, they both, you know, follow kind of the same like structure, I guess, of music-ish. But they're also very different. One, BTS dances, One Direction did not. Two, I don't know if they do this during performances because I don't know a ton about BTS, but BTS didn't usually, I don't believe, plays instruments, or they might, but they don't really play them on stage. One Direction did occasionally with Niall on guitar. That was so very little, but it happened. One's Korean and one's British and Irish, so that's like a big distinguisher. One is currently at like the height of their career, and the other one is on a hiatus doing individual stuff. I mean, they're very different bands. First, I mean, they're similar in the sense of like boy band genre, but they're very different in terms of like the music they produced. One's in English, one's in Korean. And they're very different in terms of that. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there, first of all. And that's a very small point, but I just wanted to clarify that. My second point, they're both doing their own thing, okay? And this is gonna go off of the point where I said that one's on a hiatus and one's at the height of their career, I guess you could say. BTS is still together. They're still dancing and singing and doing all that stuff together. One Direction, not together right now, okay? They're all doing their individual thing. Niall just finished his tour. He has another one going out next summer. Harry has done a tour, came out with a new music video. Louis is coming out with songs. Liam is. Zayn, that ship has sailed already. So I mean, they're all doing their own thing right now. And both bands are not like intermingling. This is not like the One Direction versus the Wanted, okay? Remember that? Do you remember that? Because that was like an insane moment to be in a fandom, okay? Because they literally like fought. So like that was like a legit feud, where like that was like a legit battle of the fandoms, if you will. That was like legit, okay? BTS and One Direction are literally doing their own thing, and they're just kind of chilling, and they're doing stuff. Two completely different countries in two completely, I don't want to say two completely genres of music because it is kind of in the pop thing, but like BTS is in K-pop, whereas One Direction is just in like pop, I guess. I guess they're kind of similar, but it's like one's Korean, so I don't know if it falls into the same category. I don't know. One Direction versus the One, it was like a legit feud. Whereas this, they're just doing their own thing. They're not even like, they're not arguing, they're not like saying anything about the other band. It's literally just like doing their own thing, okay? Now here is where we get into the fandoms, because as I just established, it's not the bands themselves that are fighting, it is the fandoms themselves. Now, my main point for this part of the video is going to be, let people love who they want to love and stay in your own lane, please. Okay, I just want to get that out there because that's the main point of this next section. Just because someone loves a Korean band, okay, and even though like K-pop is getting a lot more popular in America, it's still not like widely accepted, I guess. Like there's still people who think it's like stupid or like, so just because it's not becoming like this huge thing in America, I mean, what I just said earlier, let people love who they want to love and leave them alone. I mean, you know, if someone's a huge fan of My Little Pony, I mean, cool, you do your thing, go for it. You know, I'm not a fan of My Little Pony, but if you like it, I mean, you found something that you really like. Good for you. You know, if you really, really like Justin Bieber and someone else absolutely despises him, fine. Just go about your own little thing and just move on, okay? That's what I have to say about this. Because I feel like a lot of the fandoms are like, for example, Ryan Abe tweeted this tweet. Where he basically said like, oh, my roommate got them confused, blah, blah, and I actually thought it was funny. Now, I also just want to keep this in mind. I'm a fan of both bands. Yes, I am becoming a fan of K-pop. I reacted to videos earlier, and now I'm becoming a fan. I cannot afford to be a fan of more bands, but here we are. So I'm a fan of both bands, which is probably why I'm biased to the fact of like it's stupid that the fandoms are fighting. However, I was a fan of One Direction first, and even when the beginning feuds of One Direction versus BTS were happening, and I was not a fan of K-pop at all, like I just never listened to it, I still thought it was stupid. Like even though like One Direction was like my band at the time, and that was like my like one and only like love, it was still like stupid to me. I was like, why are we fighting over, I mean, I know this is like notorious for like fandoms finding fandoms, so I guess this is just kind of like an overall thing too about like you fighting another fandom is stupid. But at the time I just was like, this is a waste of time, why are we doing this? So, I'm a fan of both bands, and I just lost my point. This is why you write things down and you plan out videos, and not go just on it because you forget what you were gonna say. I just realized I'm low on battery, so we're gonna try to get through this video. So just because both bands, or like just because you're a fan of someone, we're gonna scratch that last point because I have no idea where I was gonna go with it. Essentially what I'm trying to say though is that let people love who they want to love, okay? Just because you're a fan of BTS and you don't like One Direction doesn't mean you have to like bash that fandom. And just because you're a fan of One Direction and you don't like BTS because you think they're invading your boy band like era doesn't mean you have to bash on their fans or say like, oh, the tweet, I was talking about the tweet. Okay, so Ryan tweeted that and then a bunch of comments, just a ton of replies were like, how dare you like tell me, or like how dare you like mix them up, or like, and I was reading these and I was like, would you just calm down? Like, holy crap, like it's not a big deal. Like BTS are currently in their heightened state right now. Like they are blowing the charts. Like they are doing really, really well, okay? Does that mean One Direction is like forgotten, or that they're that they're less of a band? No, they just had different heightened careers, or like different heightened points in their careers at different times. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because again, they're doing their own thing. Okay, BTS is doing their own thing in Korea. One Direction is doing their own thing all over the world, it seems like now. And they're not even like intermingling at all. And it's not like One Direction and BTS came out with a single at the exact same time and they're both trying to fight for like the biggest boy band in the world, okay? If that was going on, okay, I can see where the fandoms would kind of clash about like, oh, who's the better band? But because they're doing totally different things, like just move on. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, BTS is doing their own thing. You know, they're doing great right now. One Direction is doing their own thing. Leave it alone. You don't just forget one boy band because another one comes out. You don't just forget Backstreet Boys and NSYNC because One Direction came out. You don't, okay? So just because BTS is in their prime right now does not mean One Direction is forgotten, even though they're not even together, but that's besides the point. Do you see what I'm saying about how this is just like a waste of energy to bash another person's like idol? Think of it this way. If there was someone bashing One Direction, you would be pretty pissed. You'd be like, that's not okay. So you bashing BTS because they're in their prime and they're doing really, really well, doesn't make any sense because you wouldn't want to treat others the way you want to be treated. That is the quote of the day, treat others the way you want to be treated, because that is yeah. We're all just trying to you know, find a band that we love, and it just happens that a lot of people like BTS right now. And a lot of people like One Direction. That's why they have such a huge following. And it's not like they're gonna be forgotten just because this band is getting popularity. So I think that is it for today's video. Thank you for letting me rant about this because it's been on my mind, and it's just a waste of energy. You know, just love your own idol and stay in your own lane. Let the other bands do what they gotta do. You do what you gotta do, and then just move on. Like, you don't need to like bash, because you bashing that fandom or saying like, how dare you disrespect One Direction by comparing them to BTS is not gonna make One Direction more popular and BTS less. Like, it's just not gonna. I know you want to get your feelings out, but just don't. Like, people love who they love, and just let them support who they want to support, and just move on. Like, stay in your own lane, pay attention to your own idol. It's fine. You don't have to bash someone else just because you don't agree with their band or whatever. They're two completely different bands. You don't need to compare them. Like, just move on. It's just a waste of time, and we could be much more productive if we focus on other things. But yeah, if you want me to do more videos like this where I rant, hopefully they'll be more planned out, because this one was not planned at all. So it probably didn't make any sense and it was probably all over the place. However, this is just how it ended up being. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!